All right, the Washington Commanders just made two really smart moves. If you're new to the channel, we're Detroit Lions fans, but we have this channel talking about teams and stories that just don't get the love nationally like they should. Um, Case in point, these two things we're going to talk about. So they just made a smart move. Let's start with the first one. First, they find a veteran defensive end. Now, the reason I think this is a smart move is because we're late into camp. Is this guy a camp body? Yeah, probably. But also, give me a chance. Give me something here. So they find veteran defensive end Justin Hollins ahead of the final preseason game because Bo Bauer is out. Here's the thing. This guy was with the Miami Dolphins. I'm sorry. He's with the Green Bay Packers. Um, and let me get back. Here he is. Commander signed Hollins, a 6'5", 250-pound defensive end. So he's got the physical, everything we want there. It's like, okay, perfect. He was with the Broncos. He was with the Rams. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. But he's played. He actually has some experience starting 7 games. He's had the ability to get on the field. So the reason I like that is because you see this where you get guys from like the UFL or from like the Canadian Football League, or there's different areas you can find guys. Okay, we're this late in the season. We need a defensive end. Right. Is he going to be like the starting stud? No, but hey, give me a chance to play and give me a chance to show you. And that because I've got the experience, he can jump right in and he can maybe contribute at this final end of the preseason. Keep your eye on him in the last preseason game. Um, Again, his name is Justin Hollins, comes from the Packers, been around a little bit, been with the Rams most significantly. Didn't get a Super Bowl ring, though. I think he was hurt. It said there in the article. So keep an eye on that. Now, next really smart move that I love is, and you see teams doing it, so it's like, thank you, is like naming the starting quarterback before we get to the night before the game. Let's put it all out there, put the confidence in, and say that Jayden Daniels is the guy. And so to see Jayden Daniels be named the starting quarterback and for him to really embrace the role is great. So I love what he had to say here. He said, I didn't know I was getting talked to about when he was called into he was getting called in to like talk about something. I thought they were going to talk to me about my routine from this past game. So it was a surprise to me that he's going to be named quarterback. And it's like, dude, no surprise, right? And this is what I love about teams. And by the way, real quick, let me know in the comments your favorite Washington Commanders player, like non-obvious one. We've been talking about this non-obvious. So I say Sean Taylor. That's kind of obvious. Everyone loves him. Obviously everything that happened and love Sean Taylor, but I always did. I always had my eye on him in college, and then he comes and it's like he's with the Redskins, and he had that huge hit in the Pro Bowl, and it's like this dude, this is the greatest thing ever. This guy's huge. How big is Sean Taylor? He's the biggest person I've ever seen, is what it felt like. So let me know in the comments. We like to do this time to time, and that way we get to look at the comments. I was like, yeah, man, oh yeah, I remember him. So let me know in the comments. So if you're a Washington Commanders fan, I think there's a couple things, because here's what we're going to do. We look at this 53-man roster prediction, and you look at Jayden Daniels, like, all right, let's pretend he's decent. Not even great. Got Marcus Mariota backing him up. Cool, life's good. Look at this roster. I mean, it's not bad. Austin Eckler, Brian Robinson. Okay. Love that. Wide receivers, Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, and Luke McCaffrey. I mean, that right there is good. Jamison Crowder even still just hanging out, still in the league. I love that. Zach Ertz. There's a lot of these, like, just give me 1 year, Zach Ertz. Give me 1 year veteran player. Offensive line, again, I don't know all these guys. Hey, Farrell, give me something. Jonathan Allen and Darren Payne, give me something. 1 year. We don't need you guys to be like this great for the next 5 years. I just need 1 year. Same with the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. There's another one. What if Bobby Wagner can do it? What if Anthony Pittman, who was with the Lions, can really turn into an every down back if you need him? He's an unbelievable special teams player. He's like the top special teams player that the Lions have had over the last 4 years, 3 years, something like that. He comes here now. So he wants to have a role where he's like, hey, I'm a special teams player, but also I can get in there. Man, revamped here. We've revamped the secondary. Sandra Still. So again, I didn't mean to go through every single position, kind of end up doing that. But my point is if Jaden Daniels can play just decently, this roster can support him. And people aren't talking about that enough. And I don't think people are understanding that this division, kidding me? Wide open. It really is. And I think you look around the different divisions in the National Football League, and there's some that are just not. I mean, you look at the NFC West, whew, loaded Niners, Rams. You look at the NFC North, Lions, Packers. I mean, there's two teams right there. You look at the South. South's always weird. Panthers, they suck. But you got the Buccaneers. You got, it's like, ooh, Falcons, are they good? There's stuff going on there. But the NFC East just feels like, come on, somebody take this. I mean, this is wide open, ready for somebody to just take and run with it. And so the division doesn't scare you. You look at the teams that you have to play twice, and you're like, all right, let's do this. So again, the formula is not hard. It's win the division, get a home playoff game, you're in. You win the division. So it's set up like that. So when you look around your division, I think you have to be really happy that, all right, look, we've got the roster, we've got the quarterback, we've got the coach now. Let's go find a way to win and eke out some of these close games. And before you know it, we will be division champs. Division champs. You go to the playoffs with a home playoff game. And so I just always have loved the Commanders. I think, again, being a Lions fan, kind of know what it's about to just be like, you're there, but you're just not there. And however, it just feels like you need a couple of bounces of the ball to go the right way. And this team could be fine. And I'm rooting for the Commanders. I like the Commanders. I don't like the Cowboys. Like, oh, what are we doing? Let's be serious. The Giants. What are we doing? Let's be serious. It's like Commanders. Let's go. They have the opportunity to win the division, be in the playoffs. Can't wait to see it. So again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you've watched a few videos by now, subscribe. We talk about, again, teams that are kind of under the radar. So you're not going to see the Cowboys on this channel. You're not going to see the Giants on this channel because that's a big markets get talked about. And it's like, why don't we talk about the Commanders? That's a big market. What are we doing here? So we talk about them, and we talk about teams that we think are going to be better than people think. Commanders are being one of those that people just aren't talking about. Rookie quarterbacks getting some love. Everyone wants to see how he does, but the rest of this roster is filling out pretty nicely. So again, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.